I'd like to talk about a little bit of true story about my marriage. The time we used to go to see the girls, whatnot. Now this is the truth too, because everything I put on there is true. When I was growing up, the girls was coating. They had to be a certain age and had to wait until the parents said they could. What they say. They said they called it coating. Boy, in the country, they had a long way to walk at night. Couldn't go to see a girl, but I said, look, they makes it once a week. So that was on Wednesday night. Go to see a girl on Wednesday night. And 9 o'clock they had to leave. Same thing on Sunday night. Wednesday and Sunday. That's the only time you go see your girl. Wednesday and Sunday. 9 o'clock was the limit. You got to go. Long way to walk. Long way to walk. But anyway. And then when you come out to go home at night, especially if we didn't have no car, and most of us didn't have one when I was growing up. Had to walk when you come out the door, wasn't no street light. Street light? Nobody no street light. Didn't hardly have any in the house when you got home. But a lamp with kerosene in it. If not that, you had a thing they call a flambeau. You pour some kerosene in it and stick some rags down there and light it up. Oh boy, that was your light. Or make a spinner light. Told you it was rough when I was growing up. That was the way of our life. That's just the way it was. There wasn't no other way but like that. But anyway, go see a girlfriend Wednesday night till 9 o'clock. Sunday night till 9. Walk her home from the church. That was all right. Whatever time church was out, you could stay long you got out there at 9 o'clock. And if you didn't get out, if somebody lived there, the parents would tell you had to go. And it wasn't no hard time, you went. Anyway, because you know the rules. But anyway, so then we come up marriage time. Time for me to get married. I met them in November 1943. And then November 1944, we married. November 26, 1944, we married. All right, so I asked my mother. She didn't have no father. Father was dead. Never had a father. Mother-in-law, she was nice. Yes. She named Rosalie. My mother was named Rosalie. So, but they called her Sis. That's Miss Sis. I said, could I get married to your daughter, Sam? She said, yeah, you can get married to Sam. I said, I want you to beat her now. Said, you get tired of her, you bring her back home to me. Also, God rest her soul. If I got tired now, I can't take her back home to her because she dead. My father is, mother is too. You bring her back home to me now. Once you get tired of her, you bring her back home to me. Don't beat her up. Don't be beating up on her. No, I won't. Didn't say no, ma'am, where it was no. But anyway, we got married. At my wedding time, then I had to face my father. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again. I had to face my father. Next time with him, I ain't said that to my mother. She was kind of easy going a little bit, much easier than he was. But she wasn't no push around now. But anyway, I asked my father. My pa called him my pa. My pa, what? I said, I want to get married. I'm 19. Oh, it's right to get married. People supposed to get married. It's right to get married. I finally got it through to him. And then, I didn't tell him when. But when I did tell him when, I wasn't old enough to get my license. You know, I had told him, I said, well, my boy, I want to get my license on such and such date. I want to get my license. And you had a sign for him. He looked at me and told me, I guess he looked at me. I don't know whether he was looking at me or not, but I know what he said. He go like, boy, ain't no sign for you to get no license to get married with. I said, oh, man. Oh, man. I said, now, what am I going to do now? I ain't intending to disappoint the girl. And myself either. I ain't disappoint her. Them good looking, big, beautiful, sexy eyes, and all this type of thing. And the only time she tried to sneak and kiss me a little bit when we get ready to go home at night. Because the people at that time, if they let you sit in the other room with their daughter, they had a peep cracker in the door. They'll be peeping in there to see how close were you sitting to. Some people was a trip. Yeah. But anyway, and then she had long, pretty hair, kind of down shoulder length. It was wore way up in the, I call up in the sweet thing. Pretty big eyes. I thought they were real beautiful to me. Must have was. But anyway, boy, ain't no sign for you to get no license. Oh man, I got to do something. And like I said, I was only 19, and Thelma was 18. So I said, I got to figure out a way to get. I didn't have no money, any money. Anyway, I figured out what to do. It worked too. I said, I know what I'm going to do. See, I know I was born in 1925. But to make me be 21, I said, I'm going to have to back up 2 years. 2 years. I said, that's what I can do. I said, the black people didn't have no birth certificate anyway. When I was born, they wasn't even taking that record. They didn't have no birth certificate when I was coming up. Not for black folks in the South. So I said, I'm going to tell that man, I'm going to tell him I born 2 years later, which would be 1923. He said, go to town that Saturday, which was the 4th Sunday in November in 1944. The 25th. So the 26th was on Sunday. I go to the bank. This old dude was the same man would have told me if I could keep these William niggas, these Shelton niggas, I'd lay up me and Miss Johnny Bell the next day, named Frank Smith. I said, Mr. Frank, what you want, nigga? I said, I want to borrow $10 to get my packet out the post office. He reached in the bank cash drawer there and handed me handed me $10. I got that $10. Walked right straight out that door, and God rest his soul, Mildred had an uncle named Art C. Art C couldn't read or write nothing. He didn't know. It is said, people down south, you say, he didn't know an A from a bullfrog, as they say. I don't know who come up with that, but that's what people said. I thought, so-and-so can't read, right? He don't know A from a bullfrog. But anyway, Art C. I said, I want you to come go with me to the courthouse the witness like. I said, Father wouldn't come with me. Oh yeah, I'll go with you. The way he laughed. I went around there with the courthouse. I went on up to the courthouse. Got in there, this old man said, what can I do for you? I said, I want to get some marriage license. All right. When were you born? 1923. Lying already. I was born 1925. 1923. And how old is the girl? I said, the girl, she 18. No, I'm sorry. Correction. I said, she 20. She was 18. And so, I know Thelma was born 26. So I had to say 20. See, now, I'm 23. And to make myself 21. And I had to get it to make her be 20. See, that's 44. I said, she born 24. All right. Put all that down. And he wrote up the license. And said, that'll be $4. So the license cost $4. That time you didn't have to get no blood test, nothing. You just go in there with that money, and that was it. You didn't have to show no birth certificate, nothing. Because black people, they were not keeping record of what time, what year, month black people were born when I was born. And further back that too, they wasn't. They was not doing that. Not in the state of Georgia. But anyway, got the license. So when I say, when the Justice P. Judge man, when he said, what year were you born? I said, 1923. Oh, I said, that's right. That's Mildred's uncle. That's right, he sure born then. And anyway, we got the license. All right, went on home when that time come. Went on home, put my license on the pillow. My pillow. Couldn't have sleep that night. Think about it, I'm going to be a married man tomorrow night. By this time, I'm going to be a married man. So, Walt Lee Martin, he's still alive. He was married to my sister. He wasn't married to her at that time. He got married to her after that. He called himself her boyfriend. He had a great 1937 Chevrolet. And so we all were like teenagers and stuff together. Walt Lee was the chauffeur because he the one who had the car, because I sure did not have a car. No, I didn't. But anyway, that Sunday, which was the fourth Sunday, the 26th, okay, I got Hattie Bell, which was my sister, God rest her soul. I got Hattie Bell, and God rest his soul, to Linwood, Bertha, God rest their soul. All three of those people are dead today. My sister Hattie Bell dead, Linwood dead. Linwood is the one who introduced me to 43. Bertha was Thelma's girlfriend. She dead. Walt Lee, other words, it was 6 of us. So, we went down to Mount Olive Baptist Church that Sunday afternoon in the big gray Chevrolet. I had to be went there and got Bertha and Thelma out. There was 6 of us. We got in that gray Chevrolet and we went to Dawson, Georgia one Sunday evening. We got married. Gas at that time cost like, it was high at that time, 19 cents a gallon. And that was considered high, but people didn't pay it too much attention because you were less than that when gas used to cost 13, 12, and 13, 14 cents a gallon. But anyway, a pack of cigarettes used to cost you 10 cents. You could buy a sack of tobacco to smoke, it didn't cost but a nickel. But anyway, we goes on to Dawson, we get married, we got married So I didn't know nothing about a wedding band. Had never heard of one till the preacher asked me. So when the preacher got to about the ring thing, he said, "Where's your ring?" I said, "Ring? Ring?" And he said, "Well, that's okay." He had to go ahead on and skip that because there wasn't no ring. Because I hadn't heard about no ring. All I heard, people said they married. But anyway, we went on married. We got, after he finished marrying, I get a man $3. $3. So 3 and 4 was $7. $7 out there, $10 that I had to spend. And the gas money was $1, cause you could get 5 gallons for $1.50 change left, so that was way more gas than we needed. 5 gallons of gas, when I was coming up, you put 5 gallons of gas in your car, it'll last you almost 2 weeks. In them cars, they would make it then. You know, mighty longer than that, depending upon where you're going. Might last you longer than that, cause where you going? You didn't have that far to go. But anyway, that was fun. So we had a lot of fun. Lenmont, Bertha, Walt Lee, and Hattie Bell, and 6 of us. Had 6 people to my wedding, and 7 with the preacher. Gave him $3. Told my father, said, come the next Sunday to our house and have lunch. That was it on that part. And that has been November 26th. Coming up this year will be 63 years. 63 years. So that $10 went a long way. Went a long way. Long way. Come up that Monday morning, I went right back on the same routine I was doing that Friday evening. Went back to that field, went to pulling cone. That's right, pulling cone. Had to go pull cone, get the cone in. Because it was harvesting time. Some people might have been just about finished by then, but we wasn't, because we just hadn't finished it. We had to go back and pull up to get the cone in. It would be a great pleasure to me if I could have it on VH tape, some of the things that I went through when I was growing up.
Take some kind of stuff.